How you doing? I'm Jerrald President, and I'm here at the Occupy Miami spot where people are coming out here to rally against what's going on around the world, especially in the United States, with these banks colluding with our government to take us back to the 1920s and the 1930s of the Gilded Era. I'm here. Number one thing is to get rid of our Federal Reserve, to get rid of our banking system that allows people to print money and put interest on it. That's what number one thing I'm about here. No health care for the people. You have minimum wage jobs everywhere. You have our corporations all around the world that's basically destroying those people's way of living. I'm here because I have a governor that then took us back to the 1980s with going after unions and privatizing the schools. I'm here because we have the IMF, the World Bank, the Bank of International Settlements, running roughshod on the people and using our military to further the goals of the Trilateral Commission and the Bilderbergs. That's why I'm here, because as long as we have money printed out of thin air with interest and debt, we're going to always be broke. I'm tired of waking up every day and seeing the struggle on all of my friends, on people who I know are working hard but can never get ahead because of the debt that they're in. And when you're charging people 25 and 30% interest on money that you just digitized, I'm always going to have a problem with that. And I want Americans to understand these are policies not by our government, but by institutions, international institutions that don't have any borders, any boundaries. They just go all around the world with these structural adjustment programs and these austerity measures. That's why I'm here, because I'm tired of seeing it.
That's awesome. And it was good to see you, pontificate to the crowd, because not many people, people were talking, but not many people were hitting the nail on the head, and you went up and the whole crowd went nuts. I think you got the biggest standing ovation, so.
What I think it is because people don't understand the policies. It's easy to spout off because you're angry, but if once you understand the policies of our government and of the international monetary system, then you can truly understand what's going on. If people just, all they do is go to their website. The thing I love about America and how great it is because they put it out there. They don't hide this information, because how's would I know this? I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm only going to give you the policies that these people, and when you read how they use tax dollars to build up all this infrastructure and make the people pay for it.
And it's right in their own white papers too. It's not like they even, they do kind of hide it, but in all reality, they put it right out there, man. If you just go look for it, it's right there. So it's good to see somebody that knows what's going on, man. It's good to hear you mention, key things like the Bilderberg Group and the Trilateral Commission, because they're really, they're a major part of the problem. So
the international bankers, you never even see their face. They don't even show you these people's faces.
The people we know aren't the ones at the top.
No.
They're the piss ants.
They always want to show you the Fortune 500. It's not those people.
No,
they want to show you the richest. That's not those people. Those people not making policies.
No.
It's the Bank of International Settlements over there in Switzerland. It's the Bank of England with the Rothschild family.
The Rothschilds are so evil, it's not even funny. The IMF, the World Bank.
Yeah. So that's the problem. But if Americans just read the policies, that's all they have to do. Just read the IMF.
Just educate themselves. That's all people need to do, is educate themselves to what's going on, and they'll naturally get pissed off and follow the course of freedom.
But you know what? Sometimes the more and more I talk to people, I realize sometimes people don't want to know these things. People don't want to understand that a private bank put interest on fake money.
I've been trying to give out DVDs here, and I would say about 70% of the people have been receptive and taken them, and there's still people that look at me like I have 6 heads when I offer them free documentaries, and they're like, no, I don't want that. Like it's got AIDS or something on it. It's just ridiculous.
Well, imagine. I work in law enforcement.
Wow, dude! I can only imagine. You must be you must literally be the black sheep in the law enforcement
family.
Honestly,
it's an uphill battle trying to make these guys understand.
You ever hear the Oath Keepers?
Yes.
Good man.
Yeah, but I subscribe to all of this stuff. Everything.
I'm gonna tell you what. You're very educated, man. I gotta tell you.
I'm ex-military, and when you've been shipped around the world and you get to really see firsthand what the beast is like.
I hear that.
What we're spreading is basically commercialism and BS products. We want to put McDonald's on every corner, and this form of capitalism is not really capitalism.
Nope. Crony capitalism. It's not real capitalism.
You know, it's easy.
So when you hear people say like Michael Moore on Wall Street and capitalism,
no, ain't no such thing. No, capitalism is not the problem.
No, it's the jerk-offs that run the system that are the problem.
That's the problem.
But see, Michael Moore, he's disinfo. He's a plant. They put him in there to try to hijack the movement and hijack the direction it goes in. Same shit with the Tea Party movement.
Yeah, you know, and I don't understand that mentality when all these roads are financed by tax dollars. You know, every infrastructure is financed by tax dollars, and then they throw it on you, and then they turn around and say, you know what, we're going to give it to a private corporation because they can run it efficiently.
Well, look what they did with 95.
Yeah,
they took two fast lanes, leased it to a private Spanish corporation for 99 years, and these guys at any given time can raise the price during the day from 75 cents to $3 or $4 down to 25 cents, and the state can't say shit.
Nothing. But that's part of the agenda. Again, if Americans just go to the IMF's own website, International Monetary Fund's website, and put in structural adjustment program, and you will see that they've done this systematically from Argentina, Nicaragua, Ecuador, Honduras, Egypt. Egypt went through a structural adjustment program in 1994. Then they privatized all the industries. So now look what's happening in the United States.
Exactly.
We use tax dollars, we build up 95, the turnpike, I-75. Now what they do turn around, they raise the rates.
You remember when you were in the military? I'm a vet myself. Remember when you were in the military, you used to have to pull guard duty at gates and stuff?
Yeah.
Not anymore. Now they got private contractors doing, and you're like, you roll up to a military base and you got like Whacking Hut as the security. You're like, what the hell is this?
When I was in, they had their own the MOS for cooks. Now that's outsourced to Kellogg, Brown and Root.
Yep, KBR.
I mean, come on, I mean, it's the height of hypocrisy when they say let the free market. It's not free market in America. There's no such thing as a free market. And I wish the Tea Party people would understand this is not a free market in America.
No.
It's let's print this money, give it to my buddy, and then we're going to tell the people, hey, we're going to build it for you. So we're going to go out and float municipal bonds, and we're going to build up the infrastructure. Then we're going to turn around 20 years down the line after we didn't use NAFTA to ship out all the jobs. And we're going to privatize.
Exactly.
So right now we're going to this structure where they privatize in the schools.
And you know what NAFTA is, right? NAFTA is just a road to the North American Union. So.
Our buddy Rick Perry bringing the NAFTA superhighway through. I got buddy Bill Clinton who pushed it forward.
Yeah.
But it was brought up by George Bush, but he couldn't get it. I mean,
you see how that just shows you that it's a bipartisan thing. So there really isn't this whole left-right thing. That paradigm is just complete bullshit.
I read this guy named David Icke. Really, one of the guys.
Oh, David Icke. He's a really awesome researcher, dude. If you want to talk about opening your mind, you ever read The Biggest Secret?
That's what turned me on. 1995, 1996, I got turned onto the book, and it brought me out of the Matrix. That's why I always tell people it is. And this was before the movie ever came out. This guy was talking about the Matrix and how this whole system is rigged, and I truly understood. Of all the books I ever read, was his book. Was his book because it truly made you understand. It's international bankers. It's not the politicians are financed by the international bankers.
Exactly.
So once Americans understand you have a private system, that's what got a private bank can loan money to our own government. And then you say, well, damn, wait a minute. Here you have right now over there in Europe, you got France and Germany getting ready to dictate to them and bring everybody into the fold. Greece is on the death knell. Greece about to collapse. Every state of the United States has collapsed.
It's ridiculous, man.
But it was a scheme. It was always the plan. This has been in the making for 100 years.
Hundreds of years, man. So when you try to explain that to people, they look at you like you're crazy, and it's like, no, dude. It's a deep, dark rabbit hole.
They see it now.
Oh, now they're starting to wake up.
They see it now.
There's still some people that are kind of but they're like, you can't, no matter what, dude, you're going to eventually have to face it. It's like anything, it's like being sick. It's like having a disease. The first step to getting over that disease is admitting you have a problem, and then you can go to the doctor and, oh, look, okay, I have cancer. Okay, take the tumor out. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Right now, our cancer is like the Federal Reserve and institutions like that, and we need to get it removed.
I can't. I'm gonna call it a black hole.
Yeah, it is a black hole.
Because just look how much money they keep just putting into circulation, but they're giving it to their friends. TARP bailouts, buddies back to the banks.
Yeah, and then Bernanke won't tell anybody where the money went. So talk about balls.
But they've been allowed to do this in the American people. But you know what? You can see it in the kids. These kids with this $1 trillion of student loans that they have. These kids understand because now they're graduating college, they can't even find a job. But you know they're gonna throw the focus, and the focus is gonna be, well, it's the immigrants' fault. Then it's gonna be, well, it's because of Social Security. Then it's gonna go from Social Security to, oh, it's Medicare, Medicaid. Those are not the problem. It's the interest on this money.
If we stop borrowing all this goddamn money to bomb foreign countries, we wouldn't have problems to begin with.
You can't do
but
that.
people don't want to talk about war.
Man.
Dude, I swear to God, it's amazing. You talk about deficit spending and shit, and you say we got to stop these wars. Even people like the average person are like, well, you know, they protect us. They keep us safe. No, they don't.
They don't understand. They don't understand. What Americans need to understand is we're going to make up 4% of the world population, maybe 5% of the world population. But yet, here we have a military in 145, 160 countries.
Yeah, dude.
So, if that don't make people understand, those people not upset with us. What they upset about is we're imposing our own economic system on them. Those people don't believe in interest on money
when they
around the
tell
world.
us, when you've seen these presidential debates, I think it was it Palenti or one of them? He was like, oh, the reason why he was debating Ron Paul, and he's like, they don't. It's not because of our foreign policy. It's because they hate us for our freedoms. And there were idiots in the audience that were like, woo! They don't hate us for our freedoms, morons.
But see, those are the same people that's constantly getting subsidies from the government.
Exactly.
You know, like all those people that's in the Midwest that love those corn subsidies and them soybean subsidies. You know, it's okay for us to build the roads and bring in all kind of electrical
Let's
grids.
not pay attention to Monsanto.
Yeah, well, yeah. You can't bring up Monsanto.
Oh, no.
You can't bring up them Terminator seeds. See, that got me with the Terminator seeds, but see, these are things that the American people don't want to know. They want their genetically modified corn. You know, they want their processed, sterilized.
Exactly.
Aluminum, bleach, soaked chicken. That's what they want.
They want to be able to go into, they pretty much want to be able to go into Walmart and buy shit for $5 or $10 cheap.
But I wish Americans would do what I do, is I go inside Walmart and I ask those people, how much you making out? And I think Americans would be really amazed to find out. If they look on the Fortune 400, the top 10 richest people, it's 5 of them are from the Walton family, the Walmart family. But yet the people that work in Walmart make minimum wage, but each one of those people are worth $27 billion. So you have, what, 4 or 5 family members worth $27 billion, but yet the workers all make minimum wage. They don't try to start up a union or unionize because then they get rid of you. See, America don't understand this. They're out there our soul.
Oh yeah, dude, without a doubt.
And it's our fault. And I blame myself, and I blame everybody who is an American, because we've allowed, through our own greed, our own bubbles that we live in, to continue to turn a blind eye. But I'm sorry, I'm not turning that blind eye, and it's evident you're not turning that blind eye. That's why you're trying to expose this to the people. We're all one mind.
Yeah, man, without a doubt.
We're all one mind. And right now we got police all around us. They watching everything.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know,
sitting over there. I'm sure there's undercovers walking around in the crowd.
Yep. You're
law enforcement. You know how it works, bro.
Yes, and you're right. You're right. You are right. I'm inside the beast. I know what's going on.
That's got to be real rough for you, especially reading Ike and then.
I'm gonna say this. The number one thing is I try to enlighten people and make those guys that work in the understand these people are not the enemy. These people are not the enemy. It's these policies. It's the policies that's destroying this nation. And what they're going to continue to keep doing, remember this, people, what they're going to continue to keep doing is pitting blacks against the whites, the Latinos against everybody. Hey, we all the immigrants in this country. Yep. This is our country.
I couldn't have said that any better myself, man. Racism is a red herring. It's bullshit. It's to keep everybody arguing. You know, poor people didn't invent racism. No. It was the rich elites that invented that shit.
Divide and conquer, baby.
Yeah, man. If they keep everybody arguing, then nobody's going to be paying attention to what's really going on.
Hey, when you sit there and watch your president of the United States talking about, we're going to have to take a haircut. The American people, I sat there and said, what the hell are you mean a haircut? What's a haircut? I don't understand the meaning of a haircut, but when I see Bankston walk away with trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars, and then you still, what they call it, recapitalize the banks. Hey, I'm not no mathematician. I'm not no banker. But when you're talking about you're going to recapitalize the people who created this catastrophe, and then you're going to keep giving them trillions, not just billions, not the hundreds of millions, you're giving them trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars, and you still putting this interest on it. You say the American people got to pay it back. I'm sorry. I didn't create this.
That's right.
I didn't create this. I didn't create the derivative.
You didn't go to Bernanke and call his ass up and be like, "Yo, man, print that shit." You know,
no,
nobody was doing that.
But I would love for them to print something and put it in my. Can you imagine if they just say, you know what? Instead we're gonna get this to the bank, we're gonna just wipe out everybody's debt.
You know, if they had, they could have paid off everybody's mortgage in the United States, what they gave out in that TARP bailout.
That's blasphemy.
Oh yeah, well, because if they paid off the debt, they wouldn't make any money.
Exactly.
Because debt is money.
Exactly. and it's infinite. I mean, just imagine. Can you imagine if me and you right now was able to go and just print up money? Can you just imagine? And we loaned it to people and put interest on it?
We'd be kings. We'd be kings.
Okay.
You okay?
You have to be careful. Come on. See, this is what I'm fighting for.
Yep.
This is
the future. That's the future of America right there. And you know what? That's what's going to save this world. Hi, sweetie. That's what's going to save this world, man. People like you fighting for her future.
Well, watch this. Tell him what you're going to do.
That's right.
See, I'm making her understand economics at 3 years old. And I implore all my brothers, I always tell them when we get together, start educating your kids. Because once you put them in the public education system, those people dumb them down. They don't let these kids. It's done on purpose.
There's a great book, man, for you to read. If you ever get a chance, you can get it online for free. It's called The Deliberate Dumbing Down of America. Charlotte Iserby, dude.
Hey, I read everything.
It is so. So you're a well-educated man.
Okay. I'll take care of it. Okay.
Go ahead, man. You can take care of her. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure talking to you.